In 1.1, we started looking at population, and just to kind of recap, so we have an entire population. This is the population. And from a population, we're going to take a small group of that, and that's our sample. In the population, what we're looking at is what we call a parameter. And in the sample, that same value would be a statistic. So maybe I'm looking at the average income in a population, so I would look at the average income of the sample. But we're collecting data, right? So there's different types of data we can collect. The first ways we can classify data are either quantitative or qualitative. Quantitative are data that represent counts or measurements, height, weight, test scores. You're measuring something, you're counting something. Qualitative are names or labels. Now they could also be numbers, like zip codes, social security numbers. Those are not a measurement. Those are a label. So the first way we're going to label data is just with qualitative or quantitative. So your nation of origin. Well, that's a category, that's a label, that's qualitative. I'm going to abbreviate it as qual if you're okay with that. Number of siblings. Well, I'd have to count that, so that's, quantitative. Quantitative. Grams of carbohydrates in a donut. That's a measurement, that's quantitative. Number on a football player's jersey. That's a label. That's qualitative. Number of unpopped kernels in a bag of popcorn. I've got to count that. Quantitative. Quantity. Count that. Assessed value of a house. That is a measurement. That's quantitative. Phone number. That is not a measurement, even though it's a number. That is assigned to you. That is qualitative. It is the label of your phone. Like your ID number is the label of you. Size of a soft drink. That is a label. Height of a person. That is definitely a measurement. Number of siblings, I put the same one over again. Still quantitative. Age on last birthday. Quantitative. That's a measurement. School grade. That is actually a label. That's a category. That would be qualitative. Now, within those, data can also be listed as ordinal or nominal. So if it's already qualitative, that's categorical. So these are all for if it's already qualitative. So I kind of color coded. Qualitative, I colored in purple. If they're ordinal, they have a natural order to them. Nominal just means it's a category. There's not really an order. It's just a name. So on each of the ones that was qualitative, I want to know if it's got an order to it or if it's just a name. So, nation of origin was qualitative. Does it have an order to it? No, it's just a nation. That is nominal. quantitative, quantitative. Number on a football player's jersey. Is there a natural order to that? If there is, then I think there is. I think there is an order to the numbers on the football player jerseys. I think that puts what position you play. So I think there is an order. I think that is ordinal. Phone number. Is there an order to the phone numbers? Not really. It is just a name. Is there an order to your student ID number? There kind of is a natural order in that it does have an order. Oh, it does have an order. That would be ordinal. Size of a soft drink. Could we put those in order? Yes. School grade. Is there a natural order to it? Definitely there. Now, on the quantitatives can be further broken down into discrete or continuous. Discrete values can be listed out. 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. Continuous are more on an interval. I can have a decimal in there. But discrete means I'm going to count. Boom, 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 boom. So let's look at all the quantitatives and see if they're discrete or continuous. Number of siblings. Can I just count them? I sure can. That is discrete. Grams of carbohydrates. That's kind of, I don't think that's really a count. I think that's kind of a measurement. There could be, I don't know how that really works. I think that's more of a continuous thing. Number of unpopped kernels. That's a count. Assessed value of a house. Oh, that's definitely continuous. That's on a scale. It's on an interval. You can have decimals when you talk about money. Height of a person. Definitely on a continuum, because even though somebody could be 5'10", that's really maybe 5'9" and 3/4. You know, you're not really there. Number of siblings, that was already discrete. Age on last birthday. That is discrete. But if we had just said your age, that would be continuous. So age on your last birthday is a set numerical value. That would be discrete. But if we said just your age, that is on a continuum. See the difference there?